This video is about Australian citizenship test. Inshallah, you will pass the test. In this video we will be talking about the history of Australia. Please subscribe the channel. Australia is a country located in the southern hemisphere, and it is the sixth largest country in the world by land area. It has a diverse population of over 25 million people, with a rich history that spans tens of thousands of years. Here is a brief overview of the history of Australia. Indigenous history. The history of Australia begins with the indigenous Australians, who are believed to have lived on the continent for over 65,000 years. They had a deep connection to the land, and their cultures and traditions varied across the many different regions of the continent. The indigenous Australians were the sole inhabitants of the land until the arrival of European explorers in the 17th century. Colonization and Federation. The first European to land in Australia was Dutch explorer Willem Jansz Zoon in 1606, but it was the British who established the first permanent settlement in 1788. This settlement at Sydney Cove was the beginning of a period of British colonization, during which many indigenous Australians were killed, displaced, or forced to assimilate to British culture. In 1901, the colonies federated to form the Commonwealth of Australia, with the 6 states and 2 territories that still exist today. Recent history. Since federation, Australia has become a prosperous and diverse nation, with a strong economy and a vibrant cultural scene. Australia has also become a global leader in areas such as healthcare, education, and social welfare. Despite this progress, however, there remain significant challenges facing the country, including issues related to indigenous rights, environmental sustainability, and social inequality. Who were the first inhabitants of Australia? Answer: Indigenous Australians. Which European country first discovered Australia? Answer: the Netherlands. When did the British claim Australia? Answer: 1770. When was the first British colony established in Australia? Answer: 1788. When did the colonies feed rate to form the Commonwealth of Australia? Answer: 1901. Who were the first inhabitants of Australia? Answer: Indigenous Australians. How many states and territories are in Australia? Answer: 6 states and 2 territories. What are some of the challenges facing Australia today? Answer: issues related to indigenous rights, environmental sustainability, and social inequality. Which country first explored the Australian coastline? A. Spain. B. France. C. England. D. Netherlands. Answer: D. Netherlands. When did the first British settlement arrive in Australia? A. 1770. B. 1788. C. 1801. D. 1810. Answer: B. 1788. Who were the first people to inhabit Australia? A. Europeans. B. Indigenous Australians. C. Americans. D. Africans. Answer: B. Indigenous Australians. What was the main purpose of the first British settlement in Australia? A. To find gold. B. To establish a penal colony. C. To trade with Indigenous Australians. D. To establish a religious community. Answer: B. To establish a penal colony. What was the first Australian state to grant women the right to vote? A. Victoria. B. New South Wales. C. Queensland. D. South Australia. Answer: D. South Australia. Who was the first Prime Minister of Australia? A. John Howard, B. Paul Keating, C. Bob Hawke, D. Edmund Barton. Answer, D. Edmund Barton. When did Australia become a federation? A. 1899, B. 1901, C. 1910, D. 1920. Answer, B. 1901. Which event led to a referendum in 1967 that resulted in Indigenous Australians being counted in the national census? A. The Wave Hill Walk-Off, B. The Stolen Generations, C. The Mabo Decision, D. The 1965 Freedom Rides. Answer, B. The Stolen Generations. When did Australia join the United Nations? A. 1945, B. 1950, C. 1960, D. 1970. Answer, A. 1945. Who was the first Indigenous Australian to be elected to federal parliament? A. Linda Burney, B. Neville Bonner, C. Kathy Freeman, D. Eddie Mabo. Answer, B. Neville Bonner. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel. 5 questions from this video. Wishes you good luck with your Australian citizenship test.